common question people ask me is, what do I sell on Amazon? And if you know me, then you know my response is pretty much anything that makes a profit. But there are some criteria that my products have to meet. And rather than telling you guys the hundreds of different products that I've chosen to sell, I thought it would be a lot easier to explain to you what I will not sell on Amazon and then explain my reasoning as to why. At the end of this video, I'm also going to take you guys through exactly what my criteria is for the products that I do choose to sell. But if you're new here, I'm Cassandra and I am an Amazon seller. This is the place to be for all things Amazon FBA related. I'm here each and every week with you guys to share with you what I'm doing and what I'm learning so that you too can be successful selling on Amazon. So if you're into that type of content, please consider subscribing to my channel because it means a lot to me. Here we go, my list of products that I will avoid always and I will not sell on Amazon. The first one, pretty obvious, glass. Glass products are just a hassle. They take so much prep time. You really have to make sure that you're bubble wrapping everything. There's a lot of movement that this glass product has to go through to get from you to the warehouse to the customer, and there's just too much risk of something breaking. I hate having to do returns and refunds, so therefore I just avoid glass. Next, I avoid products that are over $150. That is my cap. Now it's true that when products are more expensive that you're selling, that means that you're usually getting more profit. For example, if I sell a lipstick, I might only be making $3 profit on each lipstick I sell. Versus if I'm selling something big like a TV that costs a couple $100, I'm probably making anywhere from $30 to $70 in profit. But I'm going to have a lot less refunds that I have to do on those $3 lipsticks than I'm going to have to do on the TVs. One TV refund is going to be $150 into my profit, and that can add up really quickly. So I don't like my products to be too expensive in price because those returns are going to be very, very costly. Speaking of TVs, the next area that I don't like to touch is electronics. Now think about the majority of electronics that you've owned. At some point in time, there probably is an issue that arises with them. Electronics can break, they can malfunction. And when that happens, what's the customer going to want? They're going to want a return or a refund. And I know there's probably a lot of you that sell electronics and make a lot of money on electronics, but for me personally, I don't like to deal with the returns. And therefore, I don't sell electronics. Next, I don't sell shoes. I have sold some shoes, but now I don't sell shoes. The reason being is there are so many returns on shoes. You wouldn't believe it. People that get the shoe, they try it on, they don't like it, maybe it's not their size, and they're just issuing returns and refunds left and right. But the real reason that made me stop selling shoes altogether was I ordered a lot of shoes through Dick's Sporting Goods, and all of them came in a box with no lid. They removed all of the lids, which I want my products to be listed in new condition. I need to sell them in the box with the full box and the lid on top of it. So I had to return all of those shoes. So now I don't sell shoes. The next type of product that I won't sell is lipstick. Now, lip gloss, I will sell these all day long. But lipstick that you have to twist up, I cannot tell you how many refunds I have had to issue. The problem is the lipstick itself is really fragile, so they break super easily. And that's the case that happened several times over and several times refunds issued before I decided not selling lipstick anymore. I also won't sell shampoo if it has a press top. If it's just a shampoo with a bottle that you just have to go like that to open the top, that's pretty fine. I mean, it does take more prep time. You have to really make sure you tape it down and bubble wrap it. But those ones with the nozzle that you have to press down, those break so easily. I have had so many of those go to a customer and the top is broken off. And then what do you have to do? Give them a refund. So I think you kind of get the gist of it. Any products that I've had experience with having to issue a lot of refunds, that is money out of my pocket, so I stopped selling them. On to the next product I won't sell, and that is food, specifically from Target. I love being in the grocery and gourmet food category. There are so many great products in there, but I learned the hard way, do not order these products from Target.com. And the reason being, I have had so many orders from Target that come and the expiration is within 2 to 3 months. And we all know we cannot sell those products on Amazon. That expiration date should be at least 4 months out. So if I get an expiration that's expiring the next month or the month after, I can't list those products. They're not going to get to the consumer before they're expired. And I don't know why, but Target has been notorious for me and some of my friends in selling products that are right next to the expiration date. And that's something that I expect if I go to a bargain outlet like Ollie's. Their food there, they got cheap because they're about to expire. But if I'm ordering from Target, I don't expect to get food that is right on the edge of expiration. So now I just say, nope, I'm not ordering any food products from Target. Next, I don't sell products that have a spiked buy box. Let me show you what I mean by that. Here is a great example of a spiked buy box. This product back in October was going for $7.95. But if you looked at this product in November, it is at $13.80 and it spiked all the way up to $16. So if you bought this product based on selling it at that $16 mark and you didn't realize that it typically doesn't go for this price, this is what usually happens. Pretty soon across time, it's starting to drop down. And now it has, boom, dropped back down significantly to that $5.99 mark. So if you purchased it when the buy box was spiked and planned on selling it for $16, well, now the buy box isn't spiked anymore. It's down to where it typically sells at, and you're probably not going to break even on this. You're probably going to have negative profit and lose money. Always look at your Keepa before you pull the trigger on a product, because you don't know if that listing price is what it really truly is going to sell for. A product like this, I would definitely not jump onto. There is just too much fluctuation with the price going up and down, and that's a big difference. $16 down to almost $5, that's a lot. Don't get on these listings. I also won't sell any products that I buy from a third-party seller on Walmart. My VAs, for some reason, loved finding products from third-party sellers on Walmart. And a couple of them I did order. There was this one Sonic plushie that looked pretty good. And when I got it, it was straight up something from China that probably took 5 cents to manufacture. It looked horrible. So obviously I could not list those products. And that's another reason why I don't want to sell from third-party Amazon sellers, is that you can't verify the authenticity of the products. So if I'm hit with a complaint or Amazon doesn't think that my products are authentic, I don't have any proof to say otherwise. This also happened with this little kit I bought, and it was these Five Nights at Freddy characters. They're all different animals. They're kind of weird. They're creepy. Anyways, if you're not familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's, but those were of horrible quality as well, and they were pretty expensive. So I lost out being able to list those too, and I just had to take my loss on them. So because the quality has not been good and I cannot prove the authenticity, I do not order from third-party Walmart sellers. Now let's get to the fun, the products that I do sell. What exactly am I looking for when I'm doing arbitrage? First and foremost, I like to see the product in the top 1% for its BSR. Sometimes if there's not a lot of competition and the profit is good, I might go into the top 2%, but generally those products take a long time to sell. So I am always staying within the top 1% in the category. Next, there needs to be at least 50 drops or 50 sales on the Keepa chart. Why waste my time or money investing in products that are just going to sit and not sell fast? So if it has less than 50 sales, I typically won't get onto that listing, unless of course there's maybe only a couple of sellers. But in that case, I would have to do a lot of digging to make sure that this isn't a product that is going to give me an IP violation. But generally speaking, if this product isn't getting at least 50 sales a month, it's probably a slow mover and I don't want it. Next, I always check to make sure that the buy box is shared. I've learned this mistake. I've gone onto listings where there's a good amount of competition, but not too much. The sales are really high, so I should easily be able to come in and get some sales. However, I wasn't checking to see if the buy box gets shared evenly. It is super easy to figure out how that buy box is being shared between sellers. From your Keepa chart, you're going to go over to your data tab. Next, you'll hit buy box statistics. This is showing me all of the sellers that are getting the sale, which model they're doing, FBA, or right here there's not a check, so that is FBM. I can also see when the last sale occurred. And the best part of all, right here, percentage 1. So I can see this seller received 14% of the sales. This is set for the last year. So in a year, they received 14% of the sales. The seller here, 19% of the sales. The seller, 20%, 10%. So I can see it's being shared. What I'm looking for is to make sure that there is not one person up here that has 90% or higher. If they're getting 90% or more of the sales, it's kind of pointless for me to jump onto the listing because they're getting all of the sales and I'm not going to get many of them. So always check your buy box statistics just to make sure that who's winning the sale is being shared. That way you know if you jump onto the listing that the buy box is going to be shared to you as well. Now the categories that I'm in, that doesn't really matter to me. I like to be all over the place when it comes to the categories. But what I've really been interested in is choosing those products that people are going to buy regardless of the state of our economy. For example, toiletries and food products. Even if people are low on money, these are still products that they just have to buy. If I'm doing FBA and sending the products to the warehouse, I don't want those to be over about 4 pounds. But if I'm merchant fulfilling the product and I'm doing the shipping myself, I don't want these products to be over 2 pounds. Really, I'm looking for those products that are under 1 pound because the shipping is so much less. Once you start going over 1 pound when you're merchant fulfilling, you really have to start paying deep for shipping. And what I've really been into lately is getting into wholesale. And with that, I've been choosing party products. Things like sprinkles and cupcake toppers, they are not heavy at all. So they're going to be super light for me to ship, and the fees will be pretty low on them because a lot of the fees go based on size and weight. And no matter the state of our economy, people are still going to have birthdays every single day, and parents are still going to be buying party supplies for their kids to have nice birthday parties. So those are the type of products that I think about and really try to look for when I'm selling. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and if you agree with any of the products that I won't sell and you also won't sell them, let me know down below. If there was anything on my list that you were kind of surprised about and wondering why I even included that and you make a lot of money selling it, also let me know that down below. I'm always curious to hear other sellers' perspective on products because we all have different likes and dislikes when it comes to selling products. So what are yours? Thanks for being here and hanging out with me, guys. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video.